is going on, everyone? Jax here behind the wheel of the 2022 Ford Maverick, and I am excited to bring this to you because the Ford Maverick has been really hyped up in the press and on videos and, you know, just like everywhere. And one of the things that sort of stands out about this vehicle is the driving experience, because this is based on a crossover. This is not a pickup truck platform. This is on the same platform as the Ford Escape and Ford Bronco Sport, itself a very good small SUV. Not the Escape, I think the Escape is hideous, but the Ford Bronco Sport. Check out my review of that, link in the description. And I really like that, and I might like this even more. First of all, the Maverick is incredibly spacious. I am a larger individual. I'm 6'6", and this is a very spacious cabin, and the ergonomics are also really good. The driving position is great. These seats are incredibly comfortable. My only complaint is they're a little flat on the bottom, but they are very comfortable, and everything is within reach. I've got tons of storage all around me in the door cards, in the center console, down where my phone is, propped upright, which I appreciate so I can see my filming. Thanks, Ford. You knew YouTubers would be reviewing this car. And the name of the game here in the Maverick is functionality. Functionality. This is one of the most just sort of practical interiors that I've been in. And when you're on the move driving, it really helps that everything is sort of logically laid out. Now, one drawback is the fact that this interior is rock hard plastic everywhere, but Ford has done an exceptional job sort of stylizing this interior in a way that makes you not really mind all that much. And I've got a nice comfy elbow rest here, nice comfy elbow rest here. Chevy Trailblazer that I'm also reviewing this week. Maybe you should look into that. So the textures and the overall design really make it okay. I don't mind that this is almost a fully loaded example of the Maverick and it costs $37,000. And I don't really mind that the interior has this much plastic because it just looks so cool. Now let's get on to the handling road and see one of the things that really sets this new breed of, you know, car and crossover based pickup truck apart. Things like the Maverick and the Santa Cruz, which are being added to, I guess you would say, the same kind of class of vehicle as the Honda Ridgeline, which honestly is just as practical, if not more so, as this car, but it's ugly, so people don't want it. Now, we're on the handling road, and the suspension does an excellent job of sort of managing this first rough patch. This is not a very good stretch of pavement. Real trucks would be kind of bouncing around a little bit. The Maverick is nicely firmly damped. There's a tiny bit of secondary motion that I think sort of plagues all Fords, but it is so much more controlled, compliant, and comfortable than you would expect from something like this. Now in the first corner, it does kind of push and roll to that side and push that front wheel. I mean, this is a little pickup truck thing after all, so don't get any sporting pretensions. It's more about the confidence and control of the Maverick's ride that is the most impressive thing to me. I think it is fantastic. Also, the steering is quite good. It's relatively quick off center. It doesn't really have a lot of feel to it, but like, it's really good. Here's the big bump, and that was like nothing at all in this thing. And this thing has kind of the little knobblier all-wheel drive tires on it with those nice black wheels, which look really good, by the way. Overall, I have zero complaints about the way the Maverick handles itself on a road like that, where you have these sort of challenging textures and off-camber kind of bounces, sort of diagonal challenges, and the Maverick just soaks it all up. It's worth noting that the Ford Bronco Sport also does a good job on roads like that. You should really check that out. Everybody's gaga over the Bronco, but the Bronco Sport deserves some love. Now, what about the power? This is equipped with the 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder EcoBoost with 250 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque, and it's good. What I think is actually more exciting is the throttle calibration. When you give it just a little bit of tip in, it gets up and hustles. The transmission similarly the gearing, it sort of swaps through quickly and gets you up to speed. It's almost, dare I say, slightly exciting. Now, it's not fast. It's not fast. It's like 7 seconds to 60 or something. But I feel like those first 30 miles per hour are more, I don't know, quick, you know, than you would expect from a car like this. Now, I have heard that the hybrid version of the powertrain is quite good, but I haven't got to test that, so I can only report what the EcoBoost is doing, and it's plenty. It's plenty for whatever you want. It gets a decent fuel economy. I think I was seeing like close to 30 when I wasn't, you know, fooling around. Like, it's good for what it is. And I like that the transmission is sort of tuned to maximize that initial rollout. That's good. Another thing that I, well, half like is the brake pedal is firmer than you would think and has a nice initial bite. My complaint, my other half of that equation, is that it's not particularly progressive. I really love the feel of the brakes, having that firm pedal and having it feel like it just bites down right away. But as you go through the sort of pedal travel, it's a little inconsistent. It's definitely not something that, you know, anybody who's not like kind of an enthusiast would notice. But if you are an enthusiast, you might notice it. It's easy to stop smoothly in this car, but there just isn't quite the consistency there. However, in my opinion, I'll take the firm pedal feel any day over a quibble about the consistency. That doesn't bother me. I prefer the nice firm pedal. So well done, Ford, on that one. And since I'm just lavishing praise on the Maverick as I'm trundling along here, I'll take a second to point out that Ford's technology for this is pretty good. I don't understand why the infotainment screen is so small, especially because there's like a space for it to be bigger and it's just not. So I don't really get that. However, it's Sync 3. Sync 3 is great. Ford's Copilot 360 system is one of my absolute favorites. It's so easy and intuitive to use, and it does a darn good job driving this car if you have the adaptive cruise control and all that kind of stuff. It's just such a friendly place to be. I think the gauges are a little blah looking. I think they're the same in the Bronco Sport, but like overall, this is a functional, and in this model with the heated seats and heated steering wheel, like it has a nice sort of options package. I mean, yes, it's 37 grand, but like it feels like you're getting a lot for your money here. A lot of capability for your money. And I think that's worth noting here as sort of the main attribute of the Maverick. And to be honest with you guys, that kind of sums up everything that's good about the Ford Maverick. It's just general capability and livability. This little trucklet, or whatever you want to call it, I've kind of taken to calling it a trucklet. Let's spread that around. Let's start that hashtag, trucklet, unless it accidentally stands for something not good. But this thing is so easy to live with, and it can just do anything. It's got a reasonably sized back seat with under-seat storage. You've got the pickup bed, you've got the multi-purpose tailgate that kind of goes halfway down. You've got the soft tonneau cover, which you can get other options as well. You can get bed rails and racks and all kinds of things for storing your adventure gear if that's your thing. You can even get an FX4 off-road package for this thing. It's got like everything. I really like it. Now, would I take one? Well, I might. I really like the Bronco Sport if I was gonna spend 37 grand on a Bronco Sport platform. But this thing makes a really good case for itself. And the fact that you can get it in this glorious Area 51 color, I mean, I'm sold. The Maverick is a hit, guys. The Maverick is a hit. So I hope you found this little driving review useful from behind the wheel. As always, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and comment down below. What do you think of the Ford Maverick, which is way better looking in person, by the way, in case you were wondering. I think it was pretty good looking before, but it's really good looking in person. So let me know what you think of the Maverick. As always, ride safe, drive safe, and I will catch you in the next review. Peace.